Hey there guys, and welcome back to Brave the Default. So in today's episode, we make for the water temple. We need to find clues about Olivia. But first, party chat. Shit. Oh, I feel for both of you, because I'm also tired today. Yeesh. What got you two yawning first thing in the morning? Actually, don't answer that, Ringabel. I can guess. But, Tiz, why are you tired? Isn't it obvious? Those darn neon lights were flickering all night long. Then as soon as I finally get to sleep, Mr. Night Owl here comes stumbling back to the room. And we already know you're a neurotic sleeper. Can't we call it a light sleeper? Look, here's some coffee. These are dire times, so I made it black. Thanks, that's great. Ah, look at this one. He fell asleep still holding the cup. Don't go drowning in your coffee, Ringabel. Oh, Ringabel, what are you doing that late at night? Also, coffee sounds amazing right now. I could totally go for a cup right now, even if it's black. You know, there are some places in Norende that trades in special move parts. Oh, right, I've heard of those. You can use those parts to customize your special moves. And what's more, the parts aren't consumed in the process. You can keep reusing them. Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started right now. It seems there are rare attacks, even among special moves. Oh, really? That's news to me. What sort of thing do you mean, Tiz? I mean, staff and rod attacks. They take different parts than all the others, so be sure to try them out. We will do so, Tiz. Actually, let's check that out, because I have not touched that at all, even though I do know what they do. So we go into our special, so let's pick Tiz. And he is currently using Hack and Slash. We can assign different parts to the sword here, and they give different boosts. So I can assign a fire elemental, lightning elemental, wind, earth, light, etc. I can also give it power boost, and because I've kind of left my 3DS on for a couple days, I have quite a few of them now. I can give it power boost, I can add beast slaying, plant slaying, aquatic slaying. I can add poison touch, blind touch, silent touch, and all these other nice statuses. So just okay, let's put a stop touch, let's put a beast, let's put 40% power because why not? And we don't need an elemental because there are some enemies that are going to be resistant to elementals. And then I can do the rest for all the other party members later. I just want to show that off. Know that it's there. I always feel not sure what I want to do with all those parts, mainly because I've just left my 3DS on for so long. Yeah, that's the problem about recording, about having long periods between recordings. Not a person in sight. Still, it's a relief to see the temple's unharmed. The Temple of Wind was torn apart. I was worried we'd find the same here. Indeed. At the very least, it seems the acolytes escaped harm. Or so I hope. The smell of the air here is so nostalgic. I hear all 4 temples share a similar design. Perhaps they all feel this way. The construction is plain. Just stone and simple windows. No ornamentation to speak of. When the sun filters in, the prayer hall is suffused with calm warmth. I used to love just watching the light pour through the windows. I can imagine how peaceful that would be. I'm certain it seems dreadfully dull and monotonous life to outsiders. But to me, life in the temple was rich and perfectly tranquil. Tranquility is great, in moderation. But didn't you ever get the urge to know what was going on in the outside world? It's not as if we completely forsook the world around us. The world within the temple was simply enough for us, that's all. Oh, Agnès. We'll do our best to get you back to that peaceful life. Also, there are 7 chests hidden around this temple. But, I'm curious, are there any monsters around here? I mean, I'm walking around for a while, but nothing of interest.
This place is in a grim state, but it feels different from the Temple of Wind somehow.
There are no traces of damage from monster or miasma. This is erosion. Time left these scars.
This is indeed quite curious. The damage done to the water temple is caused by the scars of time, by erosion. Then, what the dilly-daddle? Everything in the water temple is night and day from the wind temple. There's no damage, there's no blood anywhere, there's no monsters, which, you know, I don't have to worry about encounters, which is a plus.
Nothing. There's no sign of anyone here.
The same as the Temple of Wind.
No. It looks the same, but it's anything but. What do you mean? It isn't that no one is here. There is no sign of anyone ever having been here. Not in years.
This doesn't seem promising. Not in the slightest. So in one of the earlier videos, I think it was episode 23 or so, I was having a predicament trying to figure out why Ringabel's damage output was so much lower than Agnès', even though they both had roughly the same magic attack strength. And in that video I said, oh, it's their intelligence. Turns out it's not. And I'm pretty sure there's going to be an expansion here. Yes, there is, so we'll continue this in a second.
Have a look. These are vestal garbs, aren't they?
They should be Olivia's.
The design is a bit different from yours, Agnès. Not bad, I must say.
Must you? Really?
Yes, you must. Oh boy. But it turns out the difference in the damage output was entirely based off the difference in job classes. So actually, if I'm going to pull up my menu really quick, right now Agnès is a level 7 White Mage, and at that time Ringabel was, I think, a level 4 Time Mage. And turns out your job level does affect the damage calculations. So the higher your job level, the more damage you're going to do. So if I was say a level 1 White Mage, I would be doing considerably less damage than Agnès right now, even if our magical attacks were roughly the same. And I realized this while I was editing, and I couldn't quite figure out why, so I loaded up my 3DS and I just sat there and I just tried experimenting. So I put Agnès as a level 4 Time Mage, so she has Time Magic now, so yay. But I had Ringabel level 4 Time Mage, I had Agnès level 4 Time Mage, equipped them with the same items, they did roughly the same, and then made sure that everything else was roughly the same. Roughly the same mind, roughly the same intelligence, roughly the same magical attack, and yeah, everything was... their damage output was roughly the same. Then I thought to myself, hey, maybe it's the item. Maybe it's the fact that the Time Mage uses a stave instead of a rod. So I flipped that out, tried comparing rods against staves, and there wasn't a big difference. It was about maybe a couple points worth of damage, maybe 20. Then I tried flipping her over to a different class, kept everything roughly the same. Same item, same everything else, just changed the class. So yeah, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind from now on. It's gonna change probably how I proceed in my grinding, because I probably shouldn't keep chugging away at the levels, but we'll see. Also, I see a save man here. Hello, save man. Yes, I would like to save. Thank you. Now, if there's anything like the Wind Temple, there shouldn't be any danger beyond this point. Hopefully.
This is... no! A shield already surrounds the crystal. The same as that I placed upon the Crystal of Wind. Then, does that mean Olivia already awakened this one? But it's so dim. It looks more like the shield was put up to stop the dark from swallowing the crystal entirely. The water vestal is the only one who could have created it, and now only she can remove it. She must have sensed what was happening sooner than I. She managed this just before the crystal was lost. And then she hid. I can't say what her reasons were, but she handled the situation brilliantly. I'm impressed. There's no risk of the crystal being swallowed up like this, or of any humans meddling with it. The fact that her shield stands is proof Olivia lives. Isn't it, Ari? Uh-huh. Wherever she is, she's doing fine. That's an enormous relief.
So that means we need to find her if we want to awaken the water crystal, right?
That's the best way, certainly, but not the only one. These shields can only be invoked by the vestals of fire, water, wind, and earth, and dismissed by the same. But that's not to say that the water vestal's shield can only be dismissed by the water vestal. You should be able to get past your shield, Agnès, and awaken the water crystal too. Is that true? Yes, there are 2 such cases written of in the crystallist scriptures. I think you should do it, here and now, while we have the chance. The whole world could fall into shadow if we don't hurry. We can search for Olivia as soon as we're done. I cannot. If the water crystal is to be awakened, it ought to be at Olivia's hands. The rite of awakening has been performed only a handful of times in the history of the Crystal Orthodoxy. It's only right that Olivia be the one to release the prayers of the lineage of water vestals. Well, yes, but we don't know where she is. Where do we even start looking? Let us return and speak with the matriarch again.
Well, at the very least, seems like we're at no risk of someone tampering with the water crystal, but damn. We best find Olivia post-haste. Are there any chests left on this floor? Yes, there are. And since there's no monsters, I might as well take the time just to try and find it. Who knows, there might be some very good items just hiding awake. But where is it, though? I'm a little confused. Also, that looks really cool. Look at the light effects. That's actually really neat. So where's that last chest? What have I missed? Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts, isn't it? So anyways, I've been trying to decide what to do with the special attack moves, because the only reason I have these super overpowered special attack moves is because the time period between where I record is so long that I'm able to just kind of leave my 3DS in my pocket, let it do its thing, and then by the time I come back, boom, there's a million things done. Especially since now I can street pass and update my data to increase the total number of citizens inside Norende. Where is this last chest? Seriously. Okay, you know what? I'll come back on my own time. I will go search for it. I don't want to waste too much time trying to find this one single chest.
Let no believer escape. Show any who struggle no mercy.
They found us. It's over. All over.
Keep hope alive. We have to make it to safety. Now run!
What was our crime? Is a quiet life of piety such a grave offense?
We've done no wrong. No wrong at all.
Is that Olivia? I think that was totally Olivia. Damn. Okay. Actually, I kind of want to get into a fight really quick just before we head back into town, because I think Agnès is on the verge of learning a new skill. So if the RNG could... There we go. I didn't even have to finish the command. It just said, You want this? Go. So, since it's actually been a while since I recorded, I think the last time I recorded was maybe a week ago, and I basically used up my entire backlog of Bravely Default. I've got new skills, basically. So Tiz, you now have access to level 3 sword magic. And I've tinkered around with his stats a little bit, so now he's doing a lot more damage. So let's do some fire up on these plants here. So let's see, we want to brave sword magic on Tiz, and have him slice these weird root things because they're weak to fire. Agnès, I'm just gonna have you default because we already know what you can do. Ringabel, you are just amazing as a thief, so I'm gonna have you attack the scorpion. And I also got an idea, some sword magic. Yeah, I went and flipped her over to a, what is it called, a spell fencer for a little while, got her level up, and now she has access to sword magic, and she actually does a pretty decent job with it. So sword magic, fire onto Idea, and now we have elemental attacks on our swords, which is just kind of amazing. I mean, look at that damage output. I mean, it helps that we have a better sword now, but look at that damage output. It's amazing. And now I'm just getting the job level. Thank you. And this is the ability that I wanted so badly. Angelic Ward. If though possible, I kind of want to get that onto Adia as well, just because she's a knight, she has good defenses as is. Let's see, I want ability? Yes. No. Job. Yeah, this will work. So Angelic Ward has a 50% chance to have the damage received, regardless of whether it's a self-target or multi-target attack. This is amazing. This is OP as frick. I want this on everything. So I've been trying to get Adia's job level up in the White Mage so that she can have that too, because that's just such an amazing ability, but she's level 5 right now, and that's at level 8. So I can maybe work on that in my spare time. That's just such an amazing ability, it's so good! Okay, so we best go see the matriarch. Hopefully we can get some new information out of her. I'm a little concerned that... Why is it that the water temple hasn't been touched in so long? It's quite disconcerting.
Not just empty, but utterly abandoned, you say? Still, it pains me to say I haven't a clue where the vestal of water may be. Indeed, I'd hoped that might be something you could tell me on your return from the temple. I am sorry.
Then we're at an impasse.
What drove her into hiding to begin with?
Were the Eternian forces after her? If they wanted Agnès, it stands to reason.
Who was sent here to Florin? The Blood Rose Legion! Do we go pick a fight? I am a wanted criminal, and you a traitor. We could be marching to our own executions.
If I may, this seems like a job for my journal, Let's see what hints it can offer. I'm not certain this is terribly relevant, but I found a curious passage.
What does it say? Anything could help.
Promise you won't get mad.
Very well.
The Wind Vestal entered the Sacred Flower Festival. And it ends there.
What? Wait, what?
Give it up, Ringabel. There's no way she's entering some tawdry pageant. Let me see that. Huh. Well, I'll be. It really does say that.
Agnès? Hello? There's no call to panic here. Just because it says something in Ringabel's book doesn't mean you're forced to play along if you don't.
No, I'll do it.
What? Are you serious? Really?
Though the celebration has changed, the festival remains Florum's most important ritual, does it not?
Just so. It was a time of prayer for the year to come, for a bountiful harvest and freedom from illness or harm. One girl was chosen for her purity of heart to serve as flower maiden till the next year's festival. She would join the spirits in nurturing Florum's flowers. It was an honor and a great responsibility. But recent years have seen it become a hollow shell. They compete by skin-deep beauty alone.
Yet it still remains an important event, attended by all in Florum. If I enter, Olivia will know I've come to seek her out.
Aha! Then we won't have to look for her because she'll find us.
It's dangerous. That's a lot of attention you'll be calling to yourself.
I understand the risks, but if it means I am able to see Olivia, I will enter.
Then, I'll help however I can.
I'm not certain a man would get far in the competition, Tiz.
I didn't say I would enter!
This is all so roundabout. Are we really doing this? I still say awakening the crystal should come first. Are you listening? Hey!
Aerie, given the tasks that lie ahead, I think enlisting the aid of the other vestals must come first.
I guess, but still. So, do you have any idea of how the new Sacred Flower Festival even works, Agnès?
I do not. Given all the changes here, the mind boggles.
Well, we did pick up that flyer. Let's have a look. Oh. Entrants will flaunt their beauty on the stage for all to see, it says.
Beauty contest. Plain and simple, then. From the sound of it, competition will be fierce.
I've no need to win. I need only alert Olivia to my presence.
But, and I say this with love, you're rather plain, dear. You could get lost in the sea of color.
Am I? Then, what do you propose?
Luckily, the potential here is top-notch. Wouldn't you say, Tiz?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Look at him blush!
You're a gemstone in the rough, Agnès. That's my professional opinion.
Then tell me, what must I do?
I suppose step 1 is studying up on the trends here in Florum.
What's fashionable here? Fashionable. Fashion what? Fashionable, you know, fashionable. That's how the hip kids said it back home. Oh, have a look at this. Ta-da! An heirloom Floran linen stole. That's lovely, and so fashionable. Not fashionable, fashionable. Oh, I can't even say it. It's so ridiculous. Idea, where'd you find it? I'm envious. Aren't you? It was a gift from my mother, years and years ago. If you wrap it around your neck like this, it makes for the perfect accent. Absolutely fashionable. You're always fashionable though, Idea. Not fashionable, fashionable. Although you're not nearly as fashion-minded as she is, Ringabel. You're always fussing over your hair, and your shoes are blinding. What can I say? Live my life in front of the mirror. A proper pompadour is a joy and responsibility. Shoes and belt must match. But that's only the beginning. You don't know the half of it. Clothing I really like, I never wear. Don't want to get dirty, do I? What use are clothes that you can't wear? See, Tiz? You're the only country bumpkin in the group. Give this stole a try. Stoles on guys are in this season. But this season's warm. What's the point of wearing a scarf when it's not cold out? Scarf? It's not a... Here, just try it. At times, one must suffer to be fashionable. This has to look ridiculous. Oh well. I'll think of it as a sweat towel. Tiz, you look very, fashionable. You look right at home weeding the garden. Oh dear, this group! Okay, so in the next episode, we go find out what is fashionable in Florum. So until then, thank you guys so very much for watching this. I hope you're having a fantastic day.